this video we're going to look at how to construct a table for a scientific paper or poster. Now, a scientific table contains information about a particular experiment. It could be numerical, it could be some sort of description, but no matter what it is, the table should be clearly labeled, it should be well presented and neat. The legend should have a title, and you should also include table 1 or table 2 depending upon which table it is, and the legend should contain sufficient information so that I can understand that table without having to look at the main body of the text of the poster or the paper to understand the content. Now, here on the left we can see a table from a paper. And some of the things to note is that the table is clearly labeled. We've got ligand, normal, diabetic. The table has a number and a title, so it's table 1, and it's got a title, and that title here is in bold, and that the legend contains sufficient information so I can understand the contents of that table without looking at the main body of text in the scientific paper or in the poster. So if we look at the legend, as I say, table 1, and it's got a title, so we know what the table is about. We then have some text that describes the experiment, the conditions. We've got challenges here with 15 minutes. We've got 300 micromolar 8-bromocyclic AMP. It tells us how the experiment was done. And one of the most important things to include is what the results are. In this case, it's mean plus or minus standard deviation of 4 separate experiments. A lot of people miss out that information, and it's critical. Now when I look at the table, I can understand what is going on here. I know that this 0.41 is a mean. I know that this 0.08 is a standard deviation, and I know that these experiments were each carried out 4 times. So I have that information available just from the table legend. So in summary, a scientific table should be clearly labeled so we know what is in each column and each row. It should be well presented, it should be neat and tidy. It should have a legend, and that legend should have a title which describes what is in the table, and the legend should give me sufficient information that I can understand that table without having to look at the material that's in the scientific paper or the scientific poster. And that's it. That's how you create a table for a scientific paper or poster.